In an organization as large as the United States government, some things are bound to slip through the cracks. But how about an entire building? Actually, how about tens of thousands of buildings, all sitting empty at taxpayer expense? Here's Jeff Pegues.
No one has been coming to work in the USDA Cotton Annex building for some time. Just blocks away from the White House, it's been vacant for 6 years. It's one of 77,000 empty buildings the government continues to own and maintain, costing taxpayers $1.5 billion a year in electric bills, roof repairs, and other monthly costs. What's more, a recent audit found part of the reason those costs are so high is that the government can't keep track of what buildings it owns and what shape they're in. The General Services Administration manages the government's real estate. Director Dan Tangerlini.
We've run into issues where people will say a building is in good condition, and you go out and you take a look at it, and there's no common sense definition that would say that that's in good condition.
Tangerlini admits there are problems, but empty buildings, he says, still need attention.
$1 of deferred maintenance generally turns into $4 of capital reinvestment you have to make. So it's definitely a pay me now or pay me a lot later.
There's an even bigger cost to factor in, because by not selling these buildings off, the government is missing out on the housing market rebound. Condominiums in the neighborhood of this deserted D.C. school building have been appreciating for more than 30 years.
This is prime real estate, and yet it's been vacant for over 20 years?
Yeah, well, it's been vacant for actually longer than that. It's been really empty since the 1980s.
David Wise is with the Government Accountability Office.
How much do you think a building like this could fetch?
That I really can't tell you.
But millions of dollars.
I think that's probably a fair estimate, yeah.
The GSA says they are starting to move properties using online auctions and building swaps for long-term leases. Take, for example, one of Washington's crown jewels, the old post office pavilion. It has been leased to the Trump Organization for a luxury hotel. Since 2010, the GSA has generated $200 million by disposing of over 550 properties. But there are thousands of buildings like this one to go. Jeff Pegues, CBS News, Washington.